Joined now by the Commissioner of the Western Lacrosse Association, Paul Dal Monte, and while it is a tough day for lacrosse fans across the country, Paul, how are you?
I'm doing well in light of the news we had to deliver today.
Absolutely, and the news being that both the WLA and the Major Series Lacrosse in Ontario are foregoing the rest of their regular seasons and playoffs, and the Mann Cup is done. How tough of a decision was this, and who is involved in the decision-making process?
Yeah, undoubtedly the most difficult decision I've been involved with in terms of the game of lacrosse. And Doug and I, Doug Louie, that is Commissioner of the MSL, have been in regular conversation for the past few months here as the pandemic has unfolded and the restrictions have been in place. And we've been in lockstep, understanding those challenges, and that combined with meeting with our governors, we had developed contingency plans. We had seasons and schedules starting, as late as the beginning of July. Mann Cup sort of pushed ahead at even another week or so to try to stretch the season and playoffs the best we can. As we could, but regrettably, given the circumstances and the conditions laid out by the Ministry of Health and other government organizations, we really were left with no alternative but to cancel. And so it's unfortunate, but it's a decision that really was made for us.
Would the WLA have survived playing without fans?
No, I mean, Teddy, as you well know, I mean, we're not a league and have players roll in and live remotely for weeks at a time. Players have day jobs and things they do in real life and families that they have to attend to, and some of them may not live in the city that they play in and are coming in week to week. So that would be unfortunately challenging. We do depend largely on gate revenue and sponsorship. And the sponsorship is another piece. That we have teams that exist in communities that rely on local, regional partners and sponsors that help support their teams and make them financially viable. And in light of the circumstances that those businesses are facing, it would be difficult for us to go and have a hand up for dollars in light of the circumstances that everybody's facing.
So with this news, what is next for you? What's next for the WLA? Is this a start day one for year 2021?
Yeah, I mean, what we're going to do from our end is in the coming days and weeks here, we'll unveil a plan that'll share with fans things that we're going to do to stay relevant, to make sure that we're continuing to engage and connect with our fans. So there'll be a number of things going on, both on web and social, but as well as that'll be lacrosse-based. I sit on a committee with Jeff Gombar and the BCLA. That's a return to play initiative. Jeff has laid out a detailed plan, and the WLA and our teams and coaches and players are going to help to support that return to play through technical development and skill development and things like that have been mandated through VS Board and the provincial government. And we'll follow those guidelines and support BC Lacrosse in helping to, have kids, young boys and girls that continue to develop their skills in the absence of a regular minor lacrosse season.
This is tough for everybody because, young kids are losing a year of development. Older guys are maybe losing a last year possibly of when they were playing lacrosse. This is tough for everybody. How are you doing, and how's everybody at the WLA handling this?
Yeah, I mean, it's we as governors have met, several times over the past couple months here, every couple of weeks checking in and monitoring the news, monitoring the conditions that have been forth. And I can tell you when we had to vote to make the decision to cancel the season, and I think the same occurred in the MSL because their vote was just the same day as ours a couple of days ago. It was a reluctant decision. When people had to actually say, I vote to cancel, it was with great reluctance across the board. So this is not a decision we take lightly. We spent a ton of time, reviewing every possible option to help try to salvage a season and be able to compete for the Mann Cup, because at the end of the day, it's historic trophy and championship, tons of tradition, as you're well aware of, and this is the first time since I think World War I, or certainly in the modern era, that the trophy has not been competed for. And so that's what's most tragic, I think, from a lacrosse perspective, having played and been involved in the game. And when you sit at this level now and have to do this, it's a difficult decision. But you know what, we're going to get back at it and focus on, what we can do and what would normally be our season to continue to connect with our fans and keep the game top of mind for them. And in the meantime, start focusing on things that we need to get working on for 2021, because we fully anticipate playing and getting back to regular lacrosse in 2021.